This video is sponsored by SeatGeek. On this ticket app, you have access to cheap NBA tickets. Use the discount code EasyBuckets for $20 off your first purchase.
So as of right now, basically all of the top free agents and most of the free agents have signed with an NBA team. We as fans are now getting familiar with the upcoming season and how it's going to look like for these new players. There are so much new opportunities, so much new looks, so much new team changes. In this video, I'm going to be talking about one of those changes. And this change will be specifically towards the point guard. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. This is 3 point guards that will have a bounce back season in the 2019 and 2020 season. If you are new to the channel and love basketball, be sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss any of my upcoming videos just like this. So before I tell you guys this list, I just need to tell you guys what bounce back means. In my criteria of the word bounce back means that in their career, they've already proven themselves and given themselves a status. In other words, they have value in the league and NBA teams around know how good they are as an individual player. But sometimes in the NBA, you don't always get the best opportunity for you. Sometimes things happen, sometimes things change that change your outlook and change your minutes. Or in other words, basically something happens that takes away that attention from you. In this list, I'm going to explain why these players are in this category and I believe why they will bounce back this year. In other words, you guys can also put these 3 players in the category of breakout. Basically, I believe this year they're going to have a great season because of the new situation and opportunity they're going to be in. The first player is Terry Rozier, now of the Charlotte Hornets. Going into the summer of NBA free agency, Terry Rozier was a restricted free agent for the Boston Celtics. Boston was going to wait for what happens to Kyrie Irving, whether he's going to re-sign or leave, to decide on Terry Rozier. But when Kyrie decided he was going to leave, they actually focused their point guard target at Kemba Walker. Then, a few hours into NBA free agency, Kemba Walker agrees and signs with the Boston Celtics on a 4-year max contract deal. That means if Terry Rozier did re-sign with the Boston Celtics, he would once again be a backup point guard playing a 6th-man to 7th-man role. I'm not going to specifically talk about the drama the Boston Celtics had last year or in the past few years, but basically, there was a lot of drama surrounding how Terry Rozier believed he deserves to be a starting player in the NBA. He didn't believe he was a bench player and believes he wants a better opportunity and deserves it. Last year in the 2018 NBA playoffs, we all know that Kyrie Irving missed a lot of the Celtics postseason. He missed it with an injury, and guess who was the point guard that started for him and stepped it up to help them go all the way to the conference finals against LeBron James? Yes, that was Terry Rozier. In that playoff series, Terry averaged 16.5 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 5.7 assists in 19 playoff games, and was a big factor to why they had so much success without Kyrie Irving. During that time was when Terry Rozier proved himself to everybody, and everybody started calling him Scary Terry because he was actually worth the value and worth the talk. After that season, we all knew that Terry Rozier was still on contract for the Boston Celtics, so he will be returning to the team as a player off the bench for Kyrie Irving. Brad Stevens tried adjusting him with Kyrie Irving to play the 1 and 2 together, but it just didn't work because Terry Rozier was a point guard that needed a ball in his hands and wasn't effective as a catch-and-shoot player. Last year, with Brad Stevens playing Terry at the 2 sometimes, being a catch-and-shoot off-the-ball player, he averaged 9.0 points, 3.9 rebounds, 2.9 assists, 0.9 steals, 0.3 blocks, but guys, he shot horribly at 38% field goal. Terry even expressed this during the regular season, how he was not being used in the offense the best that he could. He could be doing a lot better, and there were even rumors about them having to trade Terry Rozier. The point is, Terry Rozier was not given the opportunity when Kyrie Irving came back. So when talking about bounce back, during that playoff 2018 series, Terry Rozier proves to everybody his worth and value. And the sad news is that when Kyrie Irving came back, all that opportunity went away. But I guess it worked out for Terry because now other teams in the NBA know his value and the Charlotte Hornets are paying him on a 3-year deal of $58 million. That is almost $20 million a year, and that is good for Terry. Of course, Terry is not in the conversation of a max contract yet because he's not fully proved himself, fully proved he can carry a team. But now playing for the Hornets, he's going to come in the team and have a similar role as Kemba Walker did when he was the point guard of the team. I believe Terry will be the guy for the team, taking the last shot, dribbling the ball, being that pick and roll ball handler, and also basically being like Kemba Walker. 100% Terry Rozier will be averaging more than 18 points a game. I personally believe that. But let's just hope his efficiency also increases. So right now, Terry has the opportunity to carry his team, and this is your time to shine, Terry. You've always complained about how you wanted this opportunity, so take this, use it, and prove to everybody who scary Terry really is. The next player on this list is my favorite player in the NBA, Derrick Rose. When I say my favorite player, guys, Derrick Rose was the guy that I loved and admired growing up. I actually started watching basketball around that time, 2010, when Derrick Rose won the MVP. So of course, as a young boy watching the NBA, you're gonna love the MVP and love who everybody's talking about. So I actually hopped on that Derrick Rose train. So when it comes to Derrick Rose, I have a soft spot. I always want him to do better. I always want him to excel. And I believe that now he's been given a new opportunity. Derrick Rose signs a 2-year deal with the Detroit Pistons, and I could not be more happy for him. So just a brief history about Derrick Rose, guys. He got drafted for the Chicago Bulls, and after winning the MVP, there was so much talks about him being the best player in the league, the best player in the futures to come, but all of that went away due to one injury, his ACL. Because Derrick Rose is an explosive point guard, similar to how Russell Westbrook is right now, his ACL injury will 100% hurt him and also make him less explosive. After that injury, he came back 2 years later, played for the Chicago, then went to the Knicks, then went to Cleveland, then went to the Jazz, then went to Minnesota. Out of all those teams he's been on, the best chance and the best opportunity he had was in Minnesota when he became the sixth man. Last year, Derrick Rose averaged 18 points a game, 2.7 rebounds, 4.3 assists, 0.6 steals, and 0.2 blocks, guys. And what's great about Derrick Rose last year was his efficiency. He scored 48% field goal, and that is tough to do. That takes a lot of mid-range shots, and last year Derrick Rose took a lot of three-point shots as well. Derrick Rose also improved his three-point shot, which is actually good for Derrick Rose because the NBA loves three-point shooting. In my eye, and in my opinion, Derrick Rose still is a starting point guard caliber player when healthy. The sad news was that last year, even though he had that 50-point game in Minnesota, everything looked good for Derrick Rose except during the second half of the season when he got injured again. Last year, Rose only played 51 games for the Timberwolves out of the 82. And that's not the best news to hear as a Derrick fan, but when he did play and was on the court, he was very effective and was a big part of their victories. I personally believe that if he played 70 plus games last year, he would be getting a lot more money than the 2-year $15 million. So now that he is on the Detroit Pistons, he's teaming up with Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond, and I believe that team could be effective in the Eastern Conference. Now that because backup point guard Ish Smith is not going to be on the Pistons anymore, they need a point guard to back up Reggie Jackson, or even start over Reggie Jackson. In my personal opinion, Derrick Rose is a better player than Reggie Jackson. Both players are injury prone, and both players aren't the healthiest in the league. But I believe with Derrick Rose's explosiveness, he'll be a great starting point guard for the Detroit Pistons. If you watch Derrick Rose play, he always excels in the pick and roll, and playing with Drummond and Blake Griffin, that's going to be a hard duo to stop. If either Drummond or Blake Griffin sets the pick for D Rose, a lot of the attention is going to be on how Derrick Rose drives or kicks out. Derrick Rose is a lot quicker than Reggie Jackson, and I believe that him starting at the point guard will make the Detroit Pistons more effective. The point is, the Pistons saw Derrick Rose last year, saw his improvements, and saw his potential to potentially bounce back. And that's why they gave him a chance in a 2-year contract, which means in these 2 years, this could be Derrick Rose's opportunity to be that star point guard of an NBA team once again. So let me know what you guys think. Will Derrick Rose start? Will he come off the bench? And how effective will he be? It's hard to predict health, but I believe that this year, I just have a crazy prediction that he will be healthy this year. And I want him to, and we as fans all want him to. So D Rose, take this opportunity and shine bright. And the last player on this list is Isaiah Thomas, now of the Washington Wizards. We just got news yesterday that Isaiah Thomas signs a 1-year deal of $2.3 million with the Wizards. When I first read this update, I had to check on John Wall's status immediately. John Wall is the star point guard of the team, but we all know that last year, John Wall got injured, and the last that I remember, there was no timetable for John Wall. So after doing some digging, there is talks about John Wall potentially missing the whole 19 and 20 NBA season. That is why Isaiah Thomas decided to join the team on a 1-year deal, because John Wall won't be playing, which means that starting point guard spot has to be taken care of. And that is a very smart move for Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas tweets that opportunity is all he wanted, and then he'll take it from there, which means in this 1 year, he wants to prove to everybody who he was and why he's back and why he's still an all-star point guard. 2 years ago, when he was on the Boston Celtics, guys, he was averaging 29 points a game, and that was when he was in the MVP talks. That was when he made the All-Star team. Isaiah Thomas was getting all the attention that he could get because he was averaging almost 30 points a game. Then after that hip injury, when he got traded to the Cleveland for Kyrie Irving, then he got traded to the Lakers, it just all went downhill for Isaiah Thomas. IT has a lot of personality and a lot of pride and believes he's one of the best point guards in the NBA, and he wants to prove himself once again. Last year, he played for the Denver in not too many games and averaged only 8 points a game. And the year before that, playing for the Cleveland and Lakers, he averaged 15.2 points, 2.1 rebounds, and 4.8 assists. His numbers kept declining year after year, but now that he will most likely be the starting point guard because Thomas Satoransky is no longer going to be on the team, this is his opportunity to prove that he's back. I believe the backcourt duo of Isaiah Thomas and Bradley Beal, who are both very effective shooters, could be great for the Washington Wizards. They also have Thomas Bryant returning. This could be a good opportunity for Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas has that instinct to always want to prove everybody wrong, so this is your chance, IT. Take it and go. The reason why he signed a 1-year deal only because in this year when John Wall will most likely not be playing, he's going to use it to the max of his ability, impress the other teams in the NBA, and hopefully in the next offseason, he could be getting a better pay cut. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think IT is washed up? Do you think his NBA career is over, meaning he's not going to be a star anymore? Or do you think he will bounce back? Well, alright guys, that wraps up my video on the 3 point guards that will bounce back in the 2019 and 2020 season. If you loved the video and agreed to my opinion, be sure to smash that thumbs up button, guys. But what's most important and the best thing about the basketball community is you guys have an opinion as well. So put your opinions down in the comment section down below what you guys think. Once again, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, be sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss any of my upcoming videos just like this. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you guys next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'ma keep with it like no, this big business.